I'm Ben, I'm 18. I used to be in sixth form studying, what did I study? PE, it's so long ago now, media and geography. I used to enjoy going to music festivals because it's just the freedom you get with them and the general being with your friends and the music really. They're just relaxed, nice environments where you're around like-minded people. And I don't know really, it's nice and I like to be drunk all day and doing nothing. Listening to music. I ski instructed at the local ski centre. And it was sort of a hobby of mine. I was going to take it on. I was going to take it on, go to Austria, have it as a career. I want to go to Glastonbury this year because I missed it last year because I got diagnosed on the day of Glastonbury. Who's upstairs today? Do you know? No, the staff are really nice. You've got good facilities. You've got a 3D TV and a pool table and stuff. You become good at pool while you're here and then you sort of forget it all about a week after. It's colourful and bright, unlike a normal ward where it's really depressing. Rooms are really quite big. You get a TV with HDMI slots and stuff, and then you've got a big ensuite and a special moving bed and a desk and a light. And you've got a spare bed as well in there for in case you need anyone to stay over with you. You've got your fridge full of random food that you can eat. And you've got your tea and coffee stuff. And you go and ask the nurse just to go and get you random food and they'll go and get it for you. If you're up in the middle of the night, you just tell them to order you a Domino's. It's great. I was diagnosed on the 26th of June, which was the day of Glastonbury. I'd already been having blood tests for the previous 4 months maybe. They couldn't find anything, but then my doctor changed on that day, or the day before actually. Found something that was very wrong with my blood, told me to go back in on the 26th. I had to wait to the end of clinic at Western Hospital, and then they told me I had leukemia. It didn't really hit home for the first while. I was more pissed off that I couldn't go to Glastonbury. I sort of walked down the corridor, broke down thinking, I can't go to Glastonbury. And then I thought, oh shit, I got cancer. And I don't know, it sort of went from there. And I walked onto a ward and there was some really chirpy person about 30 going, oh, hello, welcome to Teenage Cancer Trust or whatever it was. It's like, oh, okay. And lay in a bed and started having chemo really. It was all chemotherapy that I had. There's loads of different types. I had at one stage where I had high dose methotrexate, that was about in the middle, where I was on a bag of chemo for 24 hours altogether. Then it was a week-long drip to sort of flush the chemo out of my system. And I had other types, like I've had lots of chemo in my spine where it's called a lumbar puncture, where they sort of put a needle in between your spinal plates. At the moment, I'm just on tablet chemo though, so it's pretty easy. Lots of friends came into the hospital, came and saw me, brought me Krispy Kremes, and lots of family came in as well, and I got lots of phone calls, and yeah. So I made a Facebook group called Crazy Cancer Chat, I think, where I kept posting updates because everyone kept messaging me, all concerned. I had about 50 messages a day and I couldn't be bothered to reply to them. So I could put a post up now and again and just say what's happening to everyone. You sort of put a light-hearted edge on it. I'm currently on just tablet chemo, but I have 3 chemo tablets every night, and then I have a different type on a Monday as well, and it's 14 tablets. So it's a high dose on a Monday and then normal stuff each day. And on top of that, I'm on morphine, stomach liners, antibiotics and stuff. They call this bit maintenance. So they basically killed the cancer and now they're almost maintaining the level of non-cancerousness. If that makes sense, but I have to go for it for 3 years to make sure it's gone. I've been in remission for about 6 months now, I'd imagine. I was meant to be, because with leukemia, you're meant to be in remission after your first cycle of chemo, really. And then they just do loads more chemo just to make sure. And it's obviously the maintenance for the 3 years, just to maintain the level of not having cancer, I suppose. Otherwise it tends to come back. I couldn't do any of my hobbies after I got diagnosed. I mean, I couldn't even watch TV because I sat there and I couldn't concentrate on it. My brain, because I was on steroids as well at the beginning. So I was just going crazy. And they make you really, really fat. And you can't concentrate on anything. You can't read a book, you can't watch TV. You can barely lie down, to be honest. And then with my hobbies, I couldn't do any of them because I obviously used to unicycle a lot and ski a lot. And they were my main 2 things. And I couldn't do with them because I didn't have enough muscle and I was just too tired because the chemo and the steroids sort of waste away all your muscles and you end up with sort of fat in the middle and skinny limbs. I've missed unicycling so much, I sort of enjoyed my own company for an hour or so at a time just to be in the fresh air, listen to birdsong, blobbing along on the unicycle in the trees. My plans for 2015, well, I've actually managed to get a Glastonbury ticket for this year. I sent them a massive sob story saying how I got diagnosed and did Glastonbury last year and I had a ticket and I had to get it refunded. And all my friends are going this year and now they've sent me for it. I've had to pay for it, but they sent me for a ticket. I might start doing a state agency as a sort of work experience thing in September, just because I get disability benefits at the moment, so I might as well keep them and just do work experience as an estate agent rather than going for long. And that's only because I can't go skiing because I'm obviously not fit enough at the moment. I've got the time just to build my health up so I can get back into skiing maybe within a year and a bit. I get a free holiday anywhere in Europe for a charity called Click Sergeant, so I was actually going to use that to go to the Alps and go skiing for a week. I don't know, you're lucky for what you've got really, I suppose. I mean, I count myself lucky that I've only got leukemia. I've got a friend who's got a tumour in his back and it's a lot worse. He's had to go to America for months of treatment and it's a lot worse than just having a bit of chemo here, isn't it? People have to have operations and loads of people just sent home to die, so I'm quite lucky in that sense, I suppose. I know, it's quite upsetting, but then you sort of get through it and you always find someone who's worse than you. And if you cry and stuff, you sort of just get depressed and don't get through it really. So if you're stubborn and carry on, then it seems to work better. I don't whinge and whine about simple things now, I actually wait until something bad happens and then moan about it, rather than just going, stop the time. Yeah, I suppose it's helped me grow into a stronger person, really. I take life less for granted now.
We're gonna have to wait and see if this little seed is ever gonna be a tree. It'll take some time, it doesn't happen instantly, but if it grows, it would be a joy to me.